I feel great. I mean, today, I think going into it was really just a matter of like executing practice. Like me and Sammy and Jazz and Shay, I mean, we are so competitive in practice. And that was our motto going into the day, is just have fun and keep it like practice, because we know what that competition will bring out of each one of us. So, I was really running from them, honestly.
And what about the environment today contributed to all too?
Oh man, I mean, it's always great coming to this meet. I did the 400 last year, so coming back, you know, this is one of my meets that I'm actually going to enjoy coming back to because I have good results. But honestly, Boston is such a special place for indoor in the East Coast, and so to make this trip all the way here, to have it at the beginning of my season was worth it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
How's it been different training with a more speed-oriented group?
I feel like it's just more natural to me. I think that this is like the perfect fit. And then I think having Coach Hayes and her expertise and just her experience with all the nerves and everything, it just helps a lot for the whole process.
Why did you choose to change coaches, and how did you end up with Joanna Hayes?
So I think it was just time for a switch. I think that as I'm always evolving, I think Coach Hayes makes sense. The thing I know about her is that, you know, you get to a point where it's hard to get faster. And I mean, obviously with Jasmine, with Rye, she knows how to get people past that point to where they continue to get faster. And as you get older, that's still harder. And so it was just the right fit. You know, she's the right person for it.
You know, is she coaching?
She hasn't coached 800. She maybe a little bit, but not on this level. But honestly, I mean, the training we do, she's just so particular about details and about the individual athlete. And that's why I feel like today, doing the workouts we have, it's just helped me develop so much quicker.
Do you think you'll step down to the 400 a little more often this year?
I mean, I would like to. I used to do the 4 and the 8 when I was younger, and it helped me it helped my 800. And so I'm sure she'll have me in a lot of crazy stuff.
I heard you mention you were chasing the 500 record.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, man, I watched Femke's race and everything. So when I looked at the time coming through, I was like, okay, I'm about 39-ish. And I saw Femke came in around like about that time. So I was really trying to gun for it, but you know, it's about right timing.
Seems like everybody's going after. Like I know Nazar said she was trying to get it after you the other day. So like,
yeah.
Why do you think that is? Is the 500 just like a fun event right now for everybody?
I just think I feel great. I didn't want to underestimate, you know, the strength that I have. I've had so many years to just doubt in myself and not putting myself in good position. And I'm so glad I was able to like see, you know, give it a try and like see where you are. But that just comes from reassurance and practice. So I've been having great practices, and I'm like, you know, just give yourself a chance to see what you got today.
Do you feel like 2025 is like a new page for you? Like from a confidence standpoint, from not to be disrespectful, but like 2024 wasn't necessarily your year.
Yeah.
So like how do you flip that page in 2025?
I mean, it was disappointment. The way 2024 was, I just didn't end the season as myself. But I stepping away. I took a 3-month break, like no track. And which is something that, you know, as an athlete, as a woman athlete, you don't really get that chance unless you have kids. And so I took that 3-month break and was able to just have a great perspective and approach to just so much gratitude when I do show up on the line and to not have fear. So I come back much more confident this year.
Did you expect to see some rust coming back from a long break like that?
No, honestly, I went into it, allowed me to have a fresh perspective going into my new training group. And just, I mean, it's really not hard having the sun every day. Like, that's honestly been the biggest shift, just waking up to the sun. I just have so much gratitude, and it's probably because I've been in Portland, but it makes such a difference just with my mood and practice and everything.
Why do you think 2024 didn't go well for you?
I think it just didn't go well just because there was a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish. I wasn't in the right mental space to push myself either. And so obviously the results of trials wasn't in my favor, but it just allowed for me to really resonate with what I was going on internally, which is that I desperately needed a break. I was very in a bad mental place, and I think it was just from having back-to-back worlds. And so my perspective and everything wasn't the freshest. And so that break really allowed for me to realize I really like doing this, and I love doing it, and I love competing. And I think you need that when you're this far along. Like, this is like my 8th year, my like 25th year running track in general. And so I need a little more freshness and motivation.
Physically, were you like healthy last year?
I would say I was healthy, yeah. Just mentally, I just wasn't in the best place. I think after back-to-back worlds, I was ready for a break. I'm not gonna lie. And so ultimately, I wasn't as disappointed when trials happened the way it did, because I needed it.
What does the rest of the indoor season look like for you?
Going back to LA. Going back to LA. Starting outdoor early. But you know, keep grinding. We're heading in the right direction. I have great training partners. So I'm really excited to see what this year comes from.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Raevyn, appreciate it.